Fiji, of course, as you know, under the Fijian constitution, there's a specific right of persons with disabilities. And for the first time, we actually have that in any of our constitutions. And it's actually something to celebrate. But it's also a fact that it places a particular duty and obligation on the government to ensure that we do not leave out people with disabilities on the periphery of our society. Any society is as good as how well we look after those people on the margins of our society. If we do not look after them, then we're not according them the dignity, the rights that they're actually entitled to as human beings. We need to be able to understand that. Of course, it's been highlighted, we've also now ratified the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Person with Disabilities, and also now we have the new law in place with persons with disabilities. Our interest in early intervention is very, very pivotal to ensuring that we not only give people that sense of respect and dignity, but also make them members of our mainstream society without sort of neglecting them. There are many issues, there are many problems, there are many challenges that individual human beings face, that if we are able to make the right intervention at the right time, we'll then be able to give them that level of self-worth, of dignity, and also make them productive members of our society. And also get them to fundamentally, more fundamental than that, enjoy their lives a lot better than what they perhaps would if they weren't being given that sort of intervention and that assistance. So that's essentially the premise of it, the premise of what we are doing. And as we've said, we cannot, of course, do it alone. There are many people in this school and other schools who have actually contributed a lot of time and effort and energy in trying to gain or garner a lot of support from the members of the public, from previous governments, from members of the society. Many of them actually do it without any reward. And many of them, of course, even if they do get rewarded, they don't necessarily get the right amount of reward. So I'd like to acknowledge all these people. I mean, Surini, of course, has been at the forefront. She's brought a breath of fresh air in respect of reaching out to members of the public. Of course, she's reached out in this particular instance to Fulton Hogan, and I'd like to thank them for their assistance. We look forward to further assistance of yours. I'm sure that you can see the benefits of your contribution, and we'll be unveiling that today. And how actually, as the video showed, a simple thing can bring enormous smiles and a lot of smiles and change a person's individual life so significantly and so dramatically. And I'd like to thank all of these people for their contribution. Government, of course, is keen to ensure that these services, these interventions, and I'm glad the Frank Hilton School is doing that, is actually reaching out to other parts of Fiji. Because there are many other schools, many other centers that do need that particular level of assistance. I'd like to also, again, thank those people who work here in these organizations. Many of you, of course, one-offs. I've just been told by Surini, the young gentleman who's the MC, is the only technician in Fiji. Is that correct? With a complete clinical team and training. So, I mean, these people are, of course, rare. As part of that, of course, government, as you know, through the scholarship schemes, the scholarships we give, we encourage more people to take up areas of study in this area. Just a story I like to tell, you know, I remember when we did these budget consultations, and we had many of the high school students actually complaining to us, saying there's not enough professional counselors in Fiji, in high schools. And I did recognize that, and I said, yes, we need more counselors. And then when I asked them, how many of you want to pursue a career as a counselor and go to university and get trained in that, not a single person put up their hand. So you see, the idea is, as parents also, as members of society, we need to move away, you know, stop telling your kids that the only good profession to follow is perhaps become a doctor, or lawyer, or engineer. We need to move into other professions. Fiji lacks people in these areas, in early intervention areas, in terms of counseling, marine scientists, foresters, etc., and indeed even you know, various specific areas of engineering too. So we need to, as a nation, work together. We need to be able to look after each other together. That's an endorsement of what I'm saying. We need to look after each other. We need to be able to ensure that we all try and give a sense of dignity and self-worth to all the fellow Fijians that are around us. And in that way, of course, we'll become a better society, a better country, and we're able to forge ahead. So thank you very much. Thank you, Frank Hilton School, for your contribution. We look forward to working together with you in the years to come. And thank you everybody here for your presence. Vinaka, thank you. Okay.
Take care, practice communication. Every child who has a difficulty might have a communication for the physiotherapist. Nisha, you met. Anna Saver. Okay. They run the disability. How many on your case load? 70. 70. 70 children. Before this, the children.
Okay, thank you.